All right, shalom, 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 Yasha Allah. This is Brother Yahweh.
This is Brother Parya.
All right, with the Flaming Fire Israel. I want to start off first and foremost, giving, of course, all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Is all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High. And name is only begotten Son of the world called Jesus Christ. Okay. Now we're finna go ahead and hop into this New Year's, man. We're gonna cut it up thoroughly. You know, we go precept upon precept. We're gonna show articles. You know, we're gonna cut it up thoroughly, just like we do all the rest of the pagan days. All right, that our people have been subject to celebrating and have always been accustomed to doing. Okay. So like we breaking down all these things that our people is held firm on, man, and showing them the way the Lord wants them to do, right? Bringing them back to the stronghold, man. So go ahead and get that Daniel chapter. Actually, get that Ecclesiastes 7 first. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 13.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 13.
Right.
Consider the works of the Most High.
So we got to consider the works of the Lord, man. Right? Can you read?
For whom can make that straight, which is have made crooked.
Read that again.
Consider the work of the Most High.
Right.
For who can make that straight, which he has made crooked.
So consider the works of the Most High, right? Who can make that straight, which he's made crooked? So if the Lord's made something crooked, how can you make it straight, man? How possibly could you make it straight? Right? So we're gonna go into the origins real quick before we really get in on this lesson, right? We're gonna go into the origins of so-called what you know today is New Year's, man. All right, and we're gonna get the beginning of it. And let me share this real quick, share my screen. All right, so look at it right here. It says, our New Year's celebrations pagan in origin. Right, this is on Beyond Today, ucg.org. You know, pretty credible website. Our New Year's celebrations pagan in origin. And it says, simply put, the answer is yes, right? New Year's celebrations did originate in paganism. So what you got to understand is it's not hard to find, right? You ain't got to go to find out the origins of the New Year's, man. You ain't got to go find a treasure that's under a waterfall across the earth, man, right? You go right here and it says, yes, simply put, yes, its origin is pagan. And let's go to prove how it's the origins of pagan. And it says, let's get, we'll jump to this point, get to the main point. Make sure it's showing up on the thing, right? Okay, it's showing up, right? All right, and it says, much of the symbolism associated with New Year's celebrations today was very definite pagan origins. Kissing at the moment of transition, well, actually, I want to start at the first one, my bad. Those customs carried over in the observance of Christmas, which is another pagan holiday, with its many traditions and practices steeped in paganism. And the birth of the new year of the sun. This is why the Roman calendar and use today designates January 1st as the beginning of the new year, as opposed to God's designation of the spring month of Abib or Nisan on the Hebrew calendar as the beginning of the year. And we're going to break that down too. What is a new year according to the Bible? All right. Much of the symbolism associated with New Year's celebrations today was very definite pagan origins. Kissing at the moment of transition to the next year is rooted in pagan sexual practice and superstition. And evergreen wreaths associated with Christmas were originally part of the pagan calendar celebration of January 1st. Right? So you sit here, man, these things, what's the origins of it is wicked, right? The origins of it is that it's not of the Lord, man. And we're going to break it down, you know, precept upon precept, man. Line upon line here a little and there a little, like the scriptures say. So get to Daniel chapter 7 and 25 now that we just, and that's just one of the many articles we're going to show, right? Get to Daniel chapter 7, verse 25.
Okay. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Right.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Right.
and think to change times and laws.
Right. So what you gotta understand is these is talking about America, right? The Greeks and the Romans they all did the same thing, right? They wore out the saints of the Most High, right? And they changed the what? Read that again.
It says, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High,
Right.
and think to change times and laws.
Right. So they think to change times and laws, right? So you gotta ask yourself, right? We in pretty much the middle of what they call winter, right? The coldest months, right? Everything's dead outside. Now, why would this be the beginning of the months? Why would this be the first month, right? Well, let's go into the Bible real quick. Let's see what the first month is according to the Bible. Give me Exodus 12:2 and finish. Is some more on that?
Let's finish it.
Yeah, finish it up. And then
it says, and they shall be given into his hand unto a times and in dividing of time.
Right. So give me Exodus 13:4.
Exodus chapter 13.
No, you got 12:2.
Okay.
You get 12:2. He got 13:4.
Which one you want first?
12:2.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 2.
Right.
This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
Now, it says, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. Now, we say here in the Bible, what's the beginning of the months? Read that again.
This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
Now, this is the same month in which the Passover took place, right? And it says, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. Now, get that Exodus 13:4.
Okay. This is Exodus chapter 13, verse 4. It says, this day came ye out in the month of Abib.
In the month of what?
In the month of Abib.
Okay, so let's get this in the blue letter, right? Can you read? Finish that out.
It says, and it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of Chaldees.
All right, so call these. Hold on, let me get this. So here we go. All right, so let's go and show this real quick. Want to make sure that this is working on here. So like Israel, I just want to make sure the volume working. It's working. All right, it's working. All right, Con. So let's go. Read that again. What we was at Exodus 13:4.
13:4. It says, this day came ye out in the land and in the month of Abib.
Of Abib.
Abib.
Right.
And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Chaldees.
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 Yeah. So like, where is that? Use that Exodus 13.
13:4.
Oh, that was 13:5. It's not Chaldees. It's Canaanites.
Oh.
Was that
Yeah, Canaanites.
Canaanites, like it. And Hittites, but we don't even want the Exodus 13:5. We want Exodus 13:4.
You just want 13:4?
Yeah. And it says, this day came ye out in the month of Abib. Now let's see what the month of Abib is in the Hebrew. Right? Let's play it out for the audience.
Strong's H24. Aviv.
Right, Aviv.
Aviv.
Right. So now let's go down to the definition, right? It says fresh, young, barley ears, barley, month of ear forming, of greening of crop, of growing green, Abib, month of Exodus and Passover. So this month of Exodus and Passover is the first month, right? And look what it says. It says March or April, right? So you see here that the New Year's, the true beginning of the year is during March or April, right? And what's the month? How do you tell what the month is, man? The month is based off of the moon, right? So it says the new moon. Every new moon is the new month, right? So the new moon on the month of Abib would be around about March and April is when the beginning of the year is. Now drop that and give me Deuteronomy chapter 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 1?
Yeah. Right, so we see here that 1:16, I believe. No, 11 and 16. Give me 11 and 16.
Oh, 11 and 16.
Right. So let's so we understand that the Abib is the first month, right? And it's around March 8th, according to the Bible, which is the same time the Passover is in, right? So let's get that. Deuteronomy 11 and 16.
Okay.
So let's see when we should observe the true beginning of the year, the true new year, right? We know it's during the March, April. Now this is the commandment, right? Bring it out.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 16. It
Right.
says, "Take heed to yourselves that your heart be not deceived."
Hold on, that's not what I want.
That's
Deuteronomy 16 and 1. That's what I want. So like it. No, Deuteronomy 11, 16. We're gonna get that later. Deuteronomy 16 and 1.
1. Okay. This is Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 1.
Right?
Observe the month of Abib.
Right. So observe the month of Abib. Right? Can you read?
And keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
For in the month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of the land, out of Egypt by night.
Right. So we saying here that the month of Abib is the first month because it's the month of the Passover. Right? And the month of Abib is around March and April every year.
Okay.
Right? So that's the true new year. Right? And let's see. Let's look at it, man. Let's use reasoning here, man. Let's go back to this and let's get is the time of life during this time?
Nothing.
Come on, man. Is this Is this the beginning of the year for you? Come on, man. This isn't the beginning of the year, man. Let's see if I can get it up real quick. Circle up. I don't know what this Esau got going on. Okay, the point is, man, you see the picture, man, right? Right here. Is this the beginning of the year? Right? Is this the month of what we just read being of life, of green that we're reading about in the Bible? It's not. Now let's go to that time. Let's go to what is the time of life, right? Because it don't take much to see and use your eyes and your spirit to tell.
Exactly, man.
Now, is that the time of life, or is this the time of life? Right? Is this when the new year should be taken forth? Is this the time where the new year this looks more like the new year? When things are blooming, when you see the plants coming to life.
Exactly. Right?
The new year isn't when everything is cold and dead and the grass is dead, everything is dead. The new year begins during the time of life, man. So you see that our people have been deceived once again by the devil, once again by Esau, right? They've been once again deceived in another thing that they do, right? So let me get out of this real quick.
Billions of people, man, around the world.
Right.
New year. This is the new year, man.
No, this ain't the new year. Right. And if you thought it was a new year, you use your common sense, man. Like we just brought out. Get Isaiah 24 and 3. Isaiah chapter 24 and 3. So we see here that the month of Abib was the first month. The first month is around March and April. We proved it with the precepts, the blue letter, right? We proved that the origins of the new year, January 1st, is pagan, right? And we just getting started, right? We just at the tip of the iceberg, man, right?
Exactly.
So we're finna get into it. Get that the Isaiah 24 and 3.
Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 3. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoiled this word. 24:3.
No. Oh, 24:3. Is that what is it?
Yeah, he says that.
Has spoken his word. You said spoiled.
Oh, okay.
I know it's on that sound right.
Oh, yeah. Has spoken this word.
Right, can you read?
The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languished and fade away. The hardy people of the earth do languish.
Right.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitation thereof.
Yeah, the inhabitants thereof. Can you read?
Because they have transgressed the laws.
They have did what?
They have transgressed the laws.
Can you read?
Changed the ordinance.
Done what?
Changed the ordinance.
They changed the ordinance, right? They changed an ordinance. All the ordinance is a law, right? Is the time, how things should be, right? They changed the normal ordinances of the earth, man. Give it that Isaiah 29 and 15. So they changed the ordinances. Can you read?
Broken the everlasting covenant.
Right. So they've changed everything upside down, man. Right? These other nations have deceived you to believe that the cold month, that when it's a blizzard outside, that this is the time of life and this is the new year, man. When it's not, man. It's just not. You got to deal with it, man. Just that simple. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with it according to the Bible, man. Get the Isaiah 29 and 15.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord."
Right, because these other nations, man, they seek deep to hide these things from me, man. Right? You know, they'll put it right in front of your face that it's pagan, but then at the end of the article, you know, they'll try to clear it up and say, well, this isn't what we mean by it. That's what we read earlier, that you can't make that straight, which was ordained to be crooked, man. Can you read?
It says, "And their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us?"
Right, but they say, who sees us? Right? But the Lord sees you, right? Can you read?
"And who knoweth us?"
Right?
Surely your turning of things upside down.
The what?
Surely your turning of things upside down.
So they turn things upside down, right? Instead of the spring being the time, the new year, the time of life, guess what Esau told you? Esau went out and told you that the winter is the time of life, right? And it really goes into worshiping this god Janus or Janus. I don't know how you say it. We're finna get into that too, right? The other pagan origins behind it, man.
Bring it out.
Right? So you gotta understand they turned everything upside down, man. You know, it was a law, like we read in Deuteronomy 16 and 1. It was a commandment. It was a law that we observed the first month of Bib. That we're supposed to observe the true New Year's, right? The true when everything starts over again, right? Because we was delivered out of the land of Egypt, right? Can you read?
I'll go back to the top. It says, "Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Right.
For shall the work say of him that made it, he made not, or shall the thing formed say of him that formed it, he had no understanding."
Right, because the Most High, look, the Most High don't show you the right way, man. He don't show you the wrong way, right? It's just that simple, right? And we got to understand that we got to get out of these wicked ways while we can, man. We got to change from all our wickedness. We got to change to the way of righteousness, man. And understand that everything's been flipped on us, man. Right? We've been bamboozled, like the brother like to say all the time.
Bamboozled.
Right? You know?
That's it, man.
So get that 1 Timothy 4 and 7. We're gonna go into some more of this, right? 1 Timothy 4 and 7.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7.
Right.
But refuse profane and old wives' fables.
Right. So we gotta refuse. Read that again.
But refuse profane and old wives and fables.
Old wives' fables. Can you read?
And exercise themselves rather unto godliness.
Right. So we gotta exercise ourselves unto godliness. Now let's go into a couple wives' fables on this day, right? Because you got plenty of them, right? Let's go into one, right? Okay, let's get this one. All right, we're gonna pull it all up for Israel. Let's get into it, right? All right, so black eyed peas. Man, you know your grandma, she go get the black eyed peas, and you know they get the collard greens, and we're gonna start pigtails. And they say we're gonna start off the new year right, man. Let's start off the year breaking the commandments, man. Right? So let's get the meaning behind this, man. You don't have to do much. You have to do much looking to find the meaning behind this stuff, man.
Bring it out.
Let's get it up. Let's get it. It says Black Eyed Peas. Many parts of the U.S. celebrate the new year. Hold on, let me zoom in on this a little bit. All right. Many parts of the U.S. celebrate the new year by consuming Black Eyed Peas. These legumes are typically accompanied by either hog jowls or ham, right? So I already starting off with the Lord saying in Leviticus, you can't eat swine, right? Black eyed peas and other legumes have been considered good luck in many cultures. The hog, and thus its meat, is considered lucky because it symbolizes prosperity. Now, is pig considered lucky in the Bible, man?
That's madness.
Hold up, man. We gotta go to Leviticus real quick, man. Read that Leviticus 20 and 13. I ain't even gonna pull it up on the blue letter. Right? Get that Leviticus 20 and 13. You started, well, give me Leviticus 11 and 7. I'm sure. Yeah. Not 20 and 13, I'm sure. Leviticus 11 and 7. Get that.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet choose not the cud.
Right.
He is unclean to
what you. What the Lord say?
He is unclean to
no,
you.
No, he's lucky to you.
He is unclean to you.
The Lord say he's unclean to you. Can you read?
Of their flesh shall you not eat.
What the Lord say?
Of their flesh you shall not eat.
Nah, you should eat of it and get good luck, man.
Of their flesh you shall not eat.
Right, can you read?
And their carcass shall not you touch.
Shall you not touch? So you can't even be touching their dead body, man. Right? So let's keep reading, right? So it says it's considered lucky because it symbolizes prosperity. What the hell is that, man? How does swine symbolize prosperity, man? You know, it's the nastiest, sickest animal out of all the animals down there, man. Right? You can smell a pig, you can smell a hog from a mile away, man. And they're talking about, oh, this is a sign of prosperity. Esau's wicked as hell, man. Cabbage is another good luck vegetable that is consumed on New Year's Day by many. Cabbage leaves are also considered a sign of prosperity, being representatives of paper currency. You know, everybody want damn money, man. You know, oh, man, we eat these greens and we put a little pork in it and, you know, the Lord gonna bless us, man.
Still in the same rut.
Right, man. So these are old wives' tales, man. So read that 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter. Go back to that. One of y'all.
1 Timothy?
Yeah, 4 and, what I told you, 17, I think?
4 and 7.
4 and 7. Get that again, man. So this is one of the old wives' tales, man.
1 Timothy. What?
1 Timothy 4 and 7. Bring that out.
But 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7.
Right.
But refuse profane and old wives' fables.
So we're supposed to refuse old wives' fables, man. This is old wives' fables, man. You know, you look on the internet, it's a bunch of fables, and you know, everyone get around and making resolutions, and this is nonsense, man. We finna go into what all this means, man. It ain't. Where does it say in the Bible? You know, before New Year's come up, and you know, go ahead and get your pork together, and you know, you can break the commandment on this day. You know, go ahead and get the pork together and get your cabbage together, and you know, get it, because this is what's gonna bring forth prosperity. Where is that at in the Bible, man? Right? You got these people that go to church every day, man, every Sunday, every week, man, and they do this. Look, my family used to do this, man. Right? I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American community do this, man.
Yeah.
Right? Grandma, she's like, come over, everybody.
We're
gonna get this money, man. We're gonna eat. We're gonna eat this pig and we'll get rich this year. That's ridiculous, man. Read that again.
But refuse profane and old wives' fables, and exercise themselves rather unto godliness.
So we gotta exercise ourselves rather to godliness. What is godliness? Right? Keeping the law, statutes, commandments, having the faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, right? So putting some black-eyed peas and put some ham in it, man, and some collard greens, man. That's not gonna get you anything with the Lord, man. Pig feet. You know, going off, man. Chitlins. Look, man, our people are wicked people, man. And they follow after these heathens' wicked ways, man, because pastor over there allowing it, man.
Exactly. He
ain't going into these precepts, man. He ain't going into the history of it, man. Because then they're going to show you that they've been deceiving you the whole time. But kind of good precept. Let's get give me Colossians 2:8, right? One of y'all grab Colossians 2:8. And give me Deuteronomy 11:16.
All right. This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit,
Right?
after the tradition of men.
After what?
After the tradition of men.
After what?
After the tradition of men.
So beware lest anyone spoil you after the tradition of men. This is a tradition of men, man. Where's it at in the Bible, man? Find January 1st in the Bible. We just showed you that the true New Year's is in the month of Bib, right? We showed you the precept that is in March and April, man. We showed you, we ain't even got into all of the paganism that's rooted in this, man. Right? So how can you justify it? You can't. Same way you can't justify Christmas, right? Same way you can't justify Thanksgiving. You can't justify none of it, man. Because it's not of the Lord. Right? Keep read.
After the rudiments of the world.
After what?
After the rudiments of the world.
No, this is after the rudiments of the world, man. This is after the world does this, man. Right? People that's falling after the heathens. People that falling after the way of the Most High, they don't go after the rudiments of the world. Right? They rather, like we read in 1 Timothy 4th chapter, they're going after the way of godliness, man.
Right.
Right? Keeping the law, statutes, commandments, man. Thus saith the Lord, man. You know, traditions of men get you all caught up doing all type of things, man. Right? You don't follow traditions of men. You follow thus saith the Lord, man. Because anyone can spoil you, man. And our people, you see, they've been spoiled through deceit. Well, you know, it don't matter. Y'all can put pork in your food in New Year's. And, you know, we've been cleansing through Acts 10. And, you know, they make up all type of things, man.
Exactly, man.
To justify this wickedness. Give me that Acts 17 and 19. One of y'all.
Yeah. We'll keep going.
Yeah, finish it out.
It says, and not after Christ.
And what?
And not after Christ.
Ooh, what? Read that again.
And not after Christ.
So, and you're not going after Christ. When was Christ celebrating New Year's? When was he saying, you know, Christ got him a bowl of collard greens with hot sauce in it?
With pork in there.
With some pork. When was he seeing, you know, in the temple and, oh, it's New Year's, everybody. There's nowhere found in the account, man. You can't find it, man. You ain't gonna find it, right? So they have been spoiled through vain deceits and not after Christ. Give me that 1 John 2 and 6, because that goes hand in hand. That's it on that?
Go.
Get 1 John 2 and 6, right? Because it go hand in hand, man. Let's go milk and cookies. 1 John 2 and 6.
All right, this is 1 John chapter 2, verse 6.
Right?
It says, he that saith he abideth in him himself also to walk even as he walks.
So if you say you abide in Christ, you say you in Christ, you know, you say you under Christ's blood, right? You got to walk as he walked, man. The same thing with Christmas, Thanksgiving. When was the Lord celebrating any of this, man? He wasn't. You can't find it. It's not. That ain't what the scriptures say, right? What scripture is that, like brothers like to say? What is that, man? You can't find it, but a lot of people, they so weak in the spirit, man, right? They're so weak and feeble, and they've been destroyed so much. They cling on to wickedness, man. They cling on to keep on doing wicked. Oh yeah, Salakia, Shalom, brother Mukmuk, General Shalom up. So they cling on to this wickedness, man. Right? Get that precept real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 11.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 16.
Right?
Take heed to yourselves.
What did the Lord say?
Take heed to yourself.
You gotta do what?
Take heed to yourself.
You gotta take heed to yourself, Key Reed.
That your heart be not deceived.
That your heart be not deceived. Your heart is your mind. You know, you get around a bunch of people, they doing it, you might be liable to do it, man. Right? If you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know what the Lord wants you to do. Key Reed.
And you turn aside and serve other gods.
And do what?
And serve other gods.
So this is the key. We want to get on.
Worship them.
And do what?
And worship them.
Now we're going to get on these guys, man. We're going to get on who is this really worshiping, man? Because it sure ain't worshiping the Most High. Right? Now let's go into this. All right. So let me pull up the screen real quick. Bear with me, Yasha Allah. right, here we go. All right, so you see here. So let's talk on New Year's resolutions, right? It's paganism, right? Let's zoom in on this. All right, it's paganism.
Wow.
In ancient Roman religion and mythology, Janus is the god of the beginnings and transitions, right? He is usually a two-faced god since he looks to the future and the past. His followers honored Janus by making New Year's resolutions. The month of January is named after this pagan god, right? So when you celebrating this January the 1st, you're celebrating Janus, man, right? You worship what we just said, worshiping these pagan other gods and serving them, man. That's why the people make these New Year's resolutions. Why are you making these resolutions? What did the Lord say to make resolutions, man? Because these things is because it's symbolic for him looking in the past and looking to the future, man. Right. And that's what people do when they make their resolution. Well, I didn't get this done this year. Well, this year I want to do this. You know, it's all pagan, man. You see here they had this on the coins, man, in Rome, man. This was a god, a false god, of course, because we know the only true God is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, let's get this one more too. Did you know that New Year's holiday is the worship of the pagan god Janus? Right? Past and future, like I just said. Janus, January, New Year's resolution. Look at your past and your future. Right here, man. You ain't got to do much search to know this, man. You ain't got to look into it too much, man. So you see how people worshiping these false gods, man. They worshiping in these things there is no profit. There's never been no profit. Right? Same thing with Christmas. You got Saturnalia, right? All these pagan feast days that our people attend to, man. It's not worshiping the Most High, because if it was worshiping the Most High, we'd be able to find it. Thus saith the Lord. You can't find it. Thus saith the Lord, man. It's not in there. Come on, brother, Mug. Straight witchcraft, man. You know, you gotta deal with it. So let's get back to the strips. All right. So Con, we back. Con. All right. So you see here, what is truly worshiping, man? It's straight nonsense, man. That's not of the Lord, man. You know, the Lord ain't tell you to celebrate that, man. There's no account. There's no account in the Bible. You can't find it. You got the Acts 17 and 19? Yeah, oh, you got it. Get the Acts 17 and 19. Right? So you know what you worshiping pagan gods. Ain't nothing new. We understand all these folly days that we worship. You know, look outside, man. You got people shooting off fireworks, madness. You know, you go down to Chicago, you have people get shot in these fireworks, man, get killed.
A lot of people lose their lives.
Yeah.
Drinking and driving.
Yeah, drinking and driving. It's a wicked feast day, man. And offer some false god Janus. And what we just read, not to worship false gods. Not to worship these idols, man. And you worship these idols by celebrating these days. I'm tired of hearing our people say, well, that's not what I'm thinking about it. That is what you're doing, man. You celebrating the day that's dedicated to them, man. That's just like if we sit down and celebrate the Passover according to the Bible, right? In the month of Abib, the same way we worshiping the Most High. You go celebrate these days on these certain days. You worshiping those pagan gods.
Taking part of it.
You a partaker of it. That's right. I don't want to hear, well, we don't think about it like that. This is the time to come together. Everything ain't no damn time to come together, man. I'm tired of hearing our people say that, man. They always gonna say, well, we just coming together. It's just family time. And we just coming. We don't think about it like that. To hell with that, man. You can come together on the days of the Lord, man. Right. You can come. We do it. We do it all the time. Nobody want to hear about what the Lord got to say, though, man. Get that Acts 17 and 19 out.
All right, come. This is Acts chapter 17, verse 19. It says, and they took him and brought him unto
Pagan,
saying, may we know what this new doctrine whereof thou speakest.
Right.
Is.
Can you read?
It says, for thou bringest certain strange things to our ears. We would know thereof. Therefore, Slakia. what these things mean.
Right.
For all the
Athenians.
Athenians and strangers which there speak
Which were
their
there.
time.
Hold on, read it again. Which were there spent.
Oh, it's like which were there spent their time and nothing else, but other to tell or to hear some new thing.
Right, can you read?
It says, then Paul stood in the midst of Mare's hill and said, ye men of Athens, I present that
perceive.
I perceive that in all things ye are to superstitions.
Right. So you had these people that were superstitious, man. Right. Superstitions going into this is a superstition, right? Yeah. They going into superstitions and New Year resolutions, right? You going into superstitions, man. That's all it is. You think you got collard greens and some ham and con brother, Jaquez Carter, right? So they going into superstitions and they praying, they think they want, at the end of the day, all our people want is money, right? They think they can put some collard greens and stuff and black eyed peas and think they get some money from that, right? Because it's all our people care about. They don't care about the Lord, man. They look at the person they said they following was broke, didn't have a place to even stay at, right?
Yeah.
But you want to be the richest people. Everybody want to be the richest on the earth, man. Well, what did the scripture say? Richest profit not in the day of the Lord, man.
That's right.
They don't profit a damn thing.
Hard for a rich man to get into the kingdom of the Lord.
That's right. Can you read?
All right, go. Let's see. It says, for as I passed by, and behold, devotion, I found an altar with this inscription to know that on God.
No, hold on, read it again.
Unknown God.
So they found an inscription to an unknown God, right? This is going to just like what our people are doing, man. They worshiping these other gods, right? Can you read?
Whom therefore ye
ignorant
worshipped.
Ignorantly.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna say it again. It says, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship.
Right.
Him declare I unto you.
So our people, I love this precept, right? Because our people, they ignorantly worship this, right? They ignorantly worshiping the God of Janus, right? This false God. But they ignorantly getting into it. They ignorantly doing it, man. Right, can you read?
It says, God that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth.
Right.
And dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
Right. So you got to understand, man, we serve the God, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We serve the one true God. Right? We don't play games and be superstitious and try to do these things for filthy lucre's sake, like the brother said, man. Because that's all it's about is money, man. That's all they think about, man. You got Jakes in the world with guns in they pocket. They robbing and killing, but they gonna make sure to celebrate New Year's Eve, right? They gonna make sure to celebrate Christmas. They gonna make sure to celebrate these pagan days. So that goes and show you that this ain't the right way, man. Right? It just ain't the right way. That's it on that. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 15:15. You got a precept on? Bring it out if you got it. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 15:15. Apocrypha.
On Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire,
right? Or
that uses
divination.
Yeah, divination or reserved times or enchantments or witchcraft.
Right.
Or a charm or a consultant with familiar spirits or with wizard.
Is it on that? Yeah. So we're not supposed to be in all this wickedness, man.
Ungrateful a lot. Right. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord.
A what?
An abomination unto the Lord.
Now we know the Most High hate abominations, right? So the same way when you read in Leviticus, the 20th chapter, the 13th verse, the Lord says, a man that goes into a man, it's an abomination unto him. Woman that goes into a woman, it's an abomination. So the same way that you worshiping these other guys, it's the same thing, man. That's an abominable out of the way thing, man. Because what, you serve the true Most High. You serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. You're an Israelite. You're a child of God, man. Right? Don't take that with like it's a game. Get that Wisdom of Solomon 15:15.
This is
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 15.
Right.
For they count all the idols of the heathen to be gods.
Right. So this is 100% truth now. Right? Our people, they might not say, oh, we worshiping Janus or we worshiping these false gods, but you celebrating it every year, you worshiping. No matter what you want to say, no matter what you want to do, right? When you celebrate something every year, you're worshiping that idol, right? The same way we celebrate Passover every year, we worshiping the Most High, right? Can you read?
It says, which neither have the use of the eyes to see, nor nose to draw breath.
Right, because these things ain't even real, man. Right? It's just false idols, man. You go pick up that coin we was just showing you of Janus and see if it do anything, man. You go pray in the why you think it's funny because why you think our people be disappointed at the end of the year when they broke as hell, right? They hoping on that money and they got in a worse position than they did last year, right?
Damn. Here we go again.
Yeah. You gotta deal with it, man. Right? Why you think? Because it doesn't do nothing. Right? Now, if you would serve the Most High, if you would do the things He tell you to do, he might give you something.
That's
right. He might give you something unexpected, man. But it ain't always gotta be about money, man. Right? We want knowledge. We want the true wisdom. We want the true ruby, better than rubies and gold, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to hell with money with Esau's face on it, man.
That's right.
Come on, man. We gotta get less carnal and more spiritual in these last days. Some more on that.
Keeps going. It says, nor ears to hear,
right?
Nor fingers of hands to handle.
Right.
And as for the feet, they are slow to go.
Right. Is it on that?
You know that.
So they do nothing. Literally. Just like when our people, when they set up that golden calf, man. That calf ain't doing nothing, man. That calf just sitting there, just a frozen golden calf. It ain't gonna move. It ain't gonna save you. It ain't gonna deliver you, right? So you say that these idols, they have no power, right? They have nothing to do with the Most High. Give me that 2 Timothy 4:3. That's it on that, wasn't it?
Okay.
Give me 2 Timothy 4:3, right? So, Carl.
2 Timothy 4:3.
Yeah, you on it?
I got it.
All right, give me Proverbs 4:2.
Okay.
2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3.
Right.
For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
So what's the doctrine? Is a time coming? This time is coming already, right? It's coming right now. We live in it where people want to endure the sound doctrine.
That's right.
What's the sound doctrine? Get that Proverbs 4:2. We're gonna get right back on that.
All right. This is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 2.
Right.
For I give you good doctrine.
Right.
Forsake ye not my law.
Right. So the law is just good doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Can you read?
But after their own lust.
But what?
But after their own lust.
We just like the filthy Lucas say, money, riches. Right. Can you read?
Shall they heap to themselves teachers.
You got some brothers that are trying to break down this stuff to you, man. Well, we don't think about it like that. Really, we just, getting together and
That's right.
family, and that's all God wanted us to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Jesus died for us to come together and love one another.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it on Christmas or Thanksgiving. They're really trying to justify it, man.
Yeah.
They say that, everyone say amen.
Yeah.
They'll be going hard when they hear that, man. And say, thank the Lord.
Exactly, man.
Can you read?
Having itching ears.
Having what?
Having itching ears.
They have itching ears. They want to hear something else. They want to do something to get the itch off, man. This truth, this laws, these statutes and commandments is not enough for them. They don't want it. Marky read.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
They shall do what?
And they shall turn away their ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
There's gonna be some people that see this video and they still gonna pop their fireworks at 12 a.m. man. Right? They still gonna get off and they gonna bake that ham in them collard greens, man. Right? We on live on Facebook also. You have some people watching on Facebook. They ain't gonna hear a damn thing we saying, man. Right? They gonna get on there and they gonna, well, that was I don't know what them niggas talking about. They just gonna continue on doing what they doing. You know?
God.
So you look, you got people that's gonna be like that, Kiri.
And they shall turn into fables.
They should do what?
Turn into fables.
And that's what you see. Our people, they turn into fables. These lies, these false gods, man. Right? They say that, and then they even clean up with the delusion that they actually believe in the Bible. They'll tell you they believe in the Bible, but they doing a damn thing that's in it.
That's
No,
right.
Keep
I'm a
reading.
Christian.
I'm a Christian, man.
That's what they say.
We're servants of the Lord.
Praise him.
Keep reading.
But watch there into all things,
Right?
endure affliction,
Right?
do the work of an evangelist,
Right?
make full proof of their ministry.
Right, so you got to make full proof of the ministry. What you make full proof of the ministry is going by thus said the Lord, man. Building brothers up and thus said the Lord, and not building brothers up and damn the God of Janus, man. Not building brothers up in Christmas, man. You know, brother, you could celebrate it. Really, it don't really matter, man. You know, it does matter, man.
Lord know my heart.
You got some brothers in the truth that say you can celebrate these things, man.
Yeah.
You know, they still in the world, man. Jake ain't in no truth, man. Jake's still in the well, we ain't missing that party, man. I don't care. I don't care. I'll tell you that.
I'm
What?
turning up.
Yeah.
I'm turning up,
You know, popping bottles, man. Oh man, we still serve the Lord, man. We still love the Lord. No, man. You can't be at the table with Christ and with the tables of the devil, man.
Right.
You can't do it both, man. Can you read? I think that's it on there.
Yeah, that's it.
That's on it. So I get that Isaiah 46 and 9. And then get that Jeremiah 10 and 1. You look at that Isaiah.
Yeah.
You know what we need. Gotta go bring. We ain't even gotten to the real meat like that yet, man. But we want to cut up what it's for first, man.
Exactly, man. We trying to help our people.
Right.
Trying to bring you out of this, man.
Right.
Thus said the Lord.
Isaiah 46 and 9.
Get 9 first, and then get 10.
Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 46, verse 9.
Right.
It says, remember the former things of old,
Right.
for I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none else.
There is nobody else except the Most High.
like me,
Keep reading.
declaring the end from the beginning.
Right. So the Most High declared the end from the beginning, man. Right. If the Most High want you to be broke as hell at the end, you're gonna be broke as hell, man. No matter how many collard greens you eat up, no matter how many black-eyed peas you cook up, you're gonna be broke. Right. Keep reading.
It says, and from ancient times and things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand.
His what?
My counsel shall stand.
Con. Is it on?
And it says, and I will do all my pleasure.
The Most High gonna do whatever He wants. See what the brother said. Our people say don't involve themselves in scriptures. Yeah, come, brother. Right? They don't. That's what we was. I'm glad you said that because we finna pull out that Jeremiah 10 and 1 right now. Right? Because our people do love involving themselves in anyone and everyone else's heritage, man. Right? They don't want to deal with this the holy. Right? They want to claim to be holy, but they don't want to do the holiness.
Exactly.
Right? Bring it up. Jeremiah 10.
Jeremiah.
Go right into what the brother Draco was saying. Bring it out.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1.
Right?
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Once again, the Lord only speaking to the Israelites. He only wants you to do this. Right? He can care less what the heathen doing. Right? He don't want you to do it. That's the key. Keep reading.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
So learn not the way of the heathen. Don't learn their heritage. Right? Don't get in everyone else's heritage, man. And they pagan days and who they worship. Right? Keep reading.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven,
Right?
for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Right. So why are we serving these other gods, man? Right? Why are we doing all this wickedness? Because the Most High allowed us to go into this wickedness, man. Because we didn't want to listen to these law, statutes, commandments. And now we got to come back out of this wickedness in the last days, man. This is what it's all about. Right? You think brothers up here want to celebrate New Year's, man? You think brothers up here want to celebrate Christmas, man? We was all once in darkness, man. But now we called to this marvelous light. So we got to get out of it, man. We got to get out of the darkness, man. You can't be halfway in the darkness and halfway in the light, man. You know, You can't do that. Con, y'all bring out y'all precepts. Now y'all got some. But Con, I can start pulling precepts. But we got to get out of this wickedness that we've been accustomed to, right? Because it's a strong stumbling block for our people, man. You know, they're trying to serve the Lord, but you got people in the truth that's still doing the same old thing. You know, posting the Israelite posts, man. Posting Deuteronomy 28th chapter on the internet, right? But yet they still doing all these things that's of the world. Now we understand it's a time frame for some brothers and sisters. Some brothers come in faster than others, but the time is at hand. And I'm telling you if your time frame gonna be long or short enough.
Revelation 18, verse 4 and 5.
Yeah, breathe.
This is a good one here, man.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
Who?
Come out of her, my people.
We gotta come out of the ways of this world, man. Specifically Babylon the Great.
Exactly.
Specifically Rome back on the earth. That's why they got these days just like Rome had, right? That's why they worshiping the God of Janus just like Rome was on their coins, man. Right? He read
that you be not partakers of her sins.
That we be not what?
That you be not partakers of her sins.
So we gotta get out of this, man. Right? We gotta get the hell out of this philosophy. That don't mean we gotta pack up. You know, brothers packing up their suitcases and you know we gotta get out of Babylon, man. No, that means you gotta come out of this world in your mind, man. You gotta get out of this spiritually, man. You gotta serve the Most High, man. You know, you could go into them other lands and be the same person doing the same things, right? That's it on the name.
And that you receive not her plague,
right?
For her sin has reached unto heaven.
This place sins has reached out to heavens, man. You don't want none of them plays to be reading about in 2nd Ezra 16th chapter. Jacob's trouble, all hell breaking loose, man. Right? Even though you're gonna go through it anyways, you better off separate yourself and get yourself right now, right? Because these things, these sins have reached into heavens, man. You know, they worshiping, you know, you see these things, this is gonna be a big day in the society, man. You know, this is on they take worshiping other gods to a whole nother level in Babylon the Great. Right? Then they try to normalize it, like it's, you know, this is what we do. You know, it's normal. Right?
God has remembered her iniquity.
Right. The Most High don't remember everything. Right?
That's right.
Get that precept up.
All right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. It says, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers."
So this is key, right?
That's right.
Don't be trying to sneak in with brothers that's celebrating this, and you know you coming around saying, "I ain't celebrating it," but you drinking that wine. You ain't celebrating it, but soon as the ball drop, you gonna be, hey, you gonna be in the back cheering. I ain't celebrating. Like, I ain't doing it. You celebrating it. You observing it. Tell everyone Happy New Year's. Nigga, you celebrating. I got bad news for you. You know, I just got to be cut dry. So don't be unequally yoked, man. Be together. If you be together with brothers, man. Be together with sisters that's like-minded, like you, man. And that's without it being New Year's, you got to be doing that.
Exactly.
Right, Key Reed?
It says, "For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness?"
Exactly. What fellowship do you have keeping the commandments, being around a bunch of people that's worshiping the God of James? Right? What fellowship do you have, man? What you gonna talk about, man? Everybody gonna be saying Happy New Year's, and you're like, damn, Happy New Year's. You had to say it back, man. You know, you're gonna be stuck in that predicament, man. Because why you chose to be around a bunch of people that wasn't serving the Most High. Can you read?
It says, "And what communion had light with darkness?"
What, like we said earlier, what communion has light with darkness? All right. Is it on that?
Go.
Yeah. Mark chapter 7, verse 6. Go back to Mark. Okay, here we go. Mark chapter 7, verse 6. And marvelous. Okay, make sure I'm
Oh, man.
Look at that.
He answered and said unto them, well, have there 1 minute. Make sure I'm right. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. Mark chapter 7, verse 7. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrine of the commandments of men, for laying aside the commandments of God.
That's a dagger, right?
So
hold on, I want to explain that for you. You say on that because people think they worshiping God, right? But in vain you worshiping the Most High. You know what vain mean? Vain mean vanity, right? You're not worshiping the Lord because you teach commandments of men. You going around selling everyone should celebrate this, but let somebody say we should keep the Passover. Let somebody say we should keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Let somebody say we should keep the Feast of Dedication, right? Let someone say that we should keep the memorial blowing of the trumpets. Like, nigga, we in Christ now. That's what they gonna be like, man. Right? But they in Christ when they celebrating the God of Janus, man, and Saturnalia, man. Right? It's ridiculous, man. You some more on that? Get that.
Yeah. You hold the tradition of men as the washing of pots and cups and many other such like these things you do.
Right. So this is going into the Pharisees, but we can take that washing the cups and things you do and replace it with them cooking the beans and cooking those black-eyed peas and those collard greens and chitlins, man. Right? Because those are traditions of men. Right, can you read?
And you have said unto and he said unto them, fully you reject the commandments of God.
You do what?
Fully you reject the commandments of the Most High.
Right. So people, they reject the commandments of the Most High. Right. But it's so easy to accept the commandments of men. It's so easy to accept paganism, man. Right. Bring it. That's it on that.
That you may hold your own, that you may keep your own tradition.
Right.
It's like, man, every week. We know we got the Sabbath every week, right?
Right.
What do they do? What do the people of the world do?
No, they don't keep
so-called Christians.
All right. They ain't keeping it.
They go church on Sunday.
All right.
They gonna hold that Sunday.
They still don't keep no Sabbath.
And they still ain't keeping it.
And they still eat pork chop.
You see what I'm saying? Our people are just evil as hell, like you said before.
Right.
We just won't listen to the Bible.
Yeah.
But this is supposed to be what we follow.
Like you said, read that last verse you just read again. Because that's key.
They that you may keep your own tradition.
They keep their own tradition, man.
Yeah.
Right?
But they won't keep the commandments of God.
They don't want to keep
You can read it right out of this book.
Right?
They'll turn a stiff ear to it.
Man, that ain't right. That ain't what my pastor said.
That letting you know the last day people that the Lord is bringing, he's saying these that are waking up, to let you know we the Israelites, man. Because we always have been like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And that let you know this is our people. This book is our people.
We the rebellious.
We the rebellious.
Right? We the stiff neck.
Okay.
Bring it out.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. It says, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils.
Right. You can't drink the cup of the Most High and the cup of devils, man. What's it saying? You can't be celebrating Passover and celebrating them New Year's Eve, man, on January the 1st, man. Yeah, you can't be coming up and shalom brothers and then you sneaking off and celebrating Christmas, man. You got a Christmas tree and brother, you can't come in the house, brother. Stopping brothers at the door and you don't want them to get on your house because you got a Christmas tree in there. Come on, man. You can't do both, man. Can you read?
It says, ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils.
Right. You can't be sitting around with brothers that's trying to do what the Lord told them to do, and sitting around with brothers that's gonna be at a New Year's Eve party tonight, right? Turning up, popping bottles, right? Popping corks in people's eyes, man. Right? You can't do it, man. Listen to that.
God.
All right, come on.
John chapter 4, verse 23.
Yeah, bring it up. He even started 22.
Okay. John chapter 4, verse 22. Ye worship you not know what.
You know not what.
We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews.
Right. So a lot of people think they worshiping the Most High, but they don't know what they worship. Right? They're worshiping, like we said, these pagan gods. Right? Can you read?
But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
Right, like the brother was just saying, it's a true and genuine wake up that's coming from the stiff-necked, rebellious people that can be done by no other way except the Most High send His Spirit, like it said in John 14, the 14th chapter, and bring remembrance of all things back unto us, man. and waking us up out of our sleep. Right? Keep reading.
For the Father seeketh such to worship him.
He wanted the people to worship him, right? Not, worshiping him and, they sitting around worshiping these false gods. How you going to do both, man? You're a hypocrite. It's just that simple. You're a hypocrite. You can't do both, man. Right?
The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
And what?
And in truth.
So if you're going to worship God, you better go all the way with it. Right? Don't be halfway with it. Don't be playing games with the Most High, man. The Most High know everything you're doing, man. You can't hide from the Most High, man. You can come around and count at the end of the week, or you can say shalom, brother, and hey, brother, what's up, brother? But the Most High knows, man see it on the outward appearance, man. But the Most High knows your heart. He know your mind, man. He know if you're really trying to serve him or not, man. He know if you're playing games, man. Right? You can't escape the Most High, right? So what do we got to do in these last days? We got to build each other up, man, right? We got to get out of these things that's destroying us. Bring that out.
You want to bring it up?
Aprisa?
Yeah. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 7. It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God.
Right. Because you got people that's carnal minded. When you see people in Christianity, they carnal minded. Right. That's why they want money when they say they're serving the Lord. That's why they doing all these things and making resolutions. Right. Because they carnal minded. And the Lord hates a carnal mind. Right. Keep reading.
Neither indeed can be. That's it.
Listen, all right, come on. So the Lord likes a carnal, he hates a carnal mind. He loves a spiritual mind. Someone that's going, thus saith the Lord, and don't just say, well, everybody else going, I might as well go. That's a carnal mind. Get that 2 Corinthians 10 and 5 real quick, because it's our job, right, to tear down these things through the Spirit, to give these precepts among precepts, like it says in Isaiah, right? Line upon line, here a little and there a little, to break down, to tear down these things that our people are saying, man. Like damn Christmas and New Year's Eve, right? We're going to break it down and tear it down, man. Bring out that real quick.
Make you think about it.
Yeah. 2 Corinthians 10 and 5.
Okay, come.
Bring it up.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. It says, casting down imaginations.
Because this is what we got to do. We got to cast down people's imaginations, right? Not what you thinking in your mind. The Lord says the heart is deceitful among all things in Jeremiah 17 chapter, right? Not what you just thinking, well, this ain't what we want to do. And we don't imagine it that way. And we look at it in a better light through Christ. No, Christ was never keeping it. It ain't the Lord, man. Keep read.
It says, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God.
That's what we're doing. We casting down every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, right? If it ain't thus said the Lord, we're going to cast it down. We're going to break it down. We're going to tear it up.
Tear it up.
Right? Because it doesn't belong for our people to be doing. It's not for our people, man. Right? 2/3 of them going to be destroyed doing it.
That's right.
Right? But 1/3 going to wake the hell up out of their sleep. 144,000 going to wake up, man.
Right.
Right? Keep reading that.
It says, and bringing into captivity. And bringing into captivity every thought to obedience of Christ.
That's right. So we're trying to get our people to obey Christ, right? Because Christ is the word, to obey the word of the Most High, right? To listen to thus saith the Lord and not thus saith man, right? And go by what the Lord has to say, man. Just that simple, right? So if it's not thus saith the Lord, Isaiah 8:20, get that Isaiah 8:20. I want y'all get it.
Yeah. We know exactly what to say, but we don't get it.
Bring it out. Yeah, we know exactly what to say. Bring it out. Bring it out.
We're going to bring it out anyway, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because we got a lot of people that, say they born again.
Yeah.
But this right here will cut you up. As soon
Right.
as you're born again right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
This is what it says. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20.
Right.
To the law and to the testimony if they speak not according to this word,
Right.
it is because there is no light in them.
Right. So if it's not in this word, if someone's speaking not thus saith the Lord, it ain't no light in them, man. Ain't no truth in them. Right? Ain't no commandments in them. Ain't no righteousness. Right? Because New Year's ain't of the Lord. Right? We got a new year according to the Bible when we should celebrate in around May and April in the month of Bid. Right? We got our new year. This New Year Eve and New Year's that you celebrate in January 1st, December 31st is not of the Lord, but it's pagan worship of the god of a false pagan god Janus, right? And we don't break it down, right? We don't got to go into everything over and over and over again. But if you just tuning in, look at the beginning of the video, we go into the articles of it.
Exactly.
You got some more precepts y'all got?
Galatians chapter 4, verse 8. Howbeit then, when you knew not God, you did serve unto them which by nature are the gods.
Right. That's true. Because it just speaks about how people, when we was in the world, man, right? We was worshiping these other gods, but just because everyone else was doing it. Your parents taught you, everyone else was doing it. But we got to come out of there. Keep reading.
But now,
Keep reading.
After that, you have known the Most High, or rather are known of God,
right?
How turn again to the weak, and to the weak, and to the beggar. What's that? Beggary. Oh yeah.
Beggary.
Yeah. Elements whereunto you desire again to be in bondage.
Right. So basically saying, why would we go back to wickedness? Right? Why would you go back to celebrating them these false days when the Lord told you what days to celebrate, man? Why would you go back to that? Right? You got the truth. You got the wisdom that you need to sustain you, man. Right? And we all need more. So why would you go into wickedness? And what? Like I say, it says the time come when people will have itching ears, man.
Exactly.
Where they gonna want to go into wickedness, man. Where they gonna love wickedness, man. Right? Instead of hating the evil and loving the good, they gonna love the evil and hate the good. Just that simple.
You observe days and months and times and years. I'm afraid of you, lest I have bestowed upon you labor in vain. Brethren, I beseech you, be as I am, for I am as you are. You have not injured me at all.
Right. So that's it, right?
You know how though infirmity of the flesh, I preached the gospel unto you at the first. And my temptation, which was in my flesh, you despise not, nor reject, but receive me as an angel of the Most High, even as Christ Jesus.
Right. Where
is then the blessedness you spake of? For I bear you record that if it had been possible, you would have plucked out your own eyes and have given them to me. And I am therefore become your enemy, and because I tell you the truth.
Right. The point is at the bottom, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people gonna hate the truth, right? A lot of people when they hear us speaking down, these niggas, man, they ruining our celebration, man.
That's true what they be saying, man. I don't care what James said.
I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah, man.
Right? So you gotta understand, man. You become your enemies. People become your enemies because they don't like the truth.
That's right, man.
Because you telling them the truth, right?
All people don't want to hear it.
Right. What you got? You got precept?
This is Mark chapter 7, verse 9. It says, and he said unto them, full well ye rejoice the commandment of God.
I think you brought it out already.
Have I brought that?
Yeah, he brought it out. Yeah, he brought it out. He brought it out already. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he brought it out.
That's why.
Okay. You got some more?
Oh yeah.
Deuteronomy
chapter 12, verse. You're gonna start at verse 28. Observe and hear all these words which I command thee, that it may go well with thee,
right?
with the children after thee forever, when there does which is good and right in the sight of the Lord their God.
Right.
When the Lord their God shall cut off the nation from before thee, whether their goers to possess and successful them.
Seceded, you like the first one.
Successeth them and dwell in the land.
Right.
Take heed to themselves that they be not snared by following them.
Right. So we got to take heed to ourselves that we be not snared. Snare is like a trap, right? That we not trapped into following these other guys, these false idols.
Exactly.
Right. Can you read?
After that they be destroyed from before thee.
Right.
And that they inquire not after their gods.
Right.
Saying, how do these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise.
Right. So you're not supposed to be serving these other guys, man. Right? You're not. If you can't serve the Most High and serve these other guys, man. But our people, they still got in their mind. They listen.
So they shall not do so unto the Lord their God, for every abomination to the Lord which he hateth.
Right.
Have they done unto these gods.
Right. So Most High hates abominations. He hates this. Right. Can you read?
For even their sons and their daughters they have burnt into fire to these gods.
Right. So these false gods, man, they look, it's back on the earth. Let's see what this sister said. Brother. Oh, okay. Yeah, Khan, they like stopping the party people, man. Jake, you stopping Jake turn up, man.
Exactly.
Like, damn, man, I don't want to hear that right now. Bring it out tomorrow or something. Right? And shalom, Jesse James. All praises, man. Bring out that Jeremiah 17:9, man.
Okay.
Because this is the thing with our people. That's it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the thing with our people, man. They love wickedness, man. Right? And they love to go by what they think and how they feel, but they don't want to go thus said the Lord, man. You can't bring your emotions when you start serving the Lord. That's just simple. Right? And like the brother just brought out, man, our people, they you can't go into false gods, man. That's what the Most I told you to do. He said, look, don't go into these other gods. Read the same thing in Jeremiah 10, right? You can't serve these other gods, man. You could be destroyed for that. The Lord ain't got to give you mercy for that. He ain't got to give you grace for that. Who said the Lord got to forgive you for celebrating that? He don't have to.
Huh.
Give me that Jeremiah 17:9.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. It says, the heart is deceitful above all things.
What did the Lord say?
The heart is deceitful above all things.
Look, we bring this out all the time, man. The heart, the mind. When it says the heart is your mind, right? Your heart is your mind. You don't think out of your heart, right? Your heart is symbolic for your mind. Your mind is deceitful above all things, man. And what?
And desperately wicked.
And can't we tell it's desperately wicked? You love celebrating these false days, right? These wicked days that's been known as wicked, right? Because in your mind you justify it, right? You make excuses for sin, right? And some of our people ain't gonna be reproved because they love to make excuses for sin, right? Can you read?
Who can know it?
Right.
Come.
So who can know the heart, right? Like I said, you got people that go and shoot and kill 100 people, and in their heart they was like, man, I gotta do this. In their heart they thought it was the right thing, right? So how do we justify? We can't go off feelings. We can't go off mind of what you think, what your mind thinks. We got to go off thus saith the Lord, man. You can't justify wickedness. You just can't do it. Like Christ said, which one of you can convince me of sin? You can't convince brothers of sin, man. You can't sit there and sit down. Well, look, if you look like this, you're gonna have brothers that come at you with that, man. Well, if you look at it in this light, brother, it's really not going off because we just celebrate something that's, we just coming together as everyone wants. No, man. You got people hit you with something like that.
They're gonna do it, man.
Right? Like we just read, a snare, a trap, man. They're gonna try to trap you. Oh man, brother, this brother, they'll find the weakest brother out of the link, man. Or the weakest sister. This brother ain't serious like that. I'm like, I can grab him up. They get the licking their fingers and they want to deceive you. Right?
I got a precept to that. Let's see.
Man, what you got?
We're gonna bring it up.
What you got right now? Bring it up.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 13. It says, and ye shall seek me and find me when ye shall search for me with all your heart.
Right.
Come.
So how you gonna know the Most High? By seeking him and finding him, and not coming up with your own thing. By seeking him and finding him. Where you gonna seek him at? Get that Isaiah 34:16. How do you seek for the Lord? We're gonna show you how you seek for the Lord. You just seek for the Lord, coming up with your own doctrine. Listen to what pastors say. We're gonna show you. How do you seek? 34:16. Bring it up.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 30. You said 34.
Yes.
30, okay, this is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16.
Right.
It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
What you gonna see?
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
So how you gonna seek the Most High is by seeking out of the book of the Lord and read. And if you're gonna seek out of the book of the Lord and read, you can find them damn New Year's in January and December during the cold months, man. Right? You're not gonna find no worshiping of the god Janus, this false god Janus, man. Right? Just like you ain't gonna find Christmas, except in Jeremiah 10, where the Lord's utterly denouncing Christmas, right? You're not gonna find any of these things that's in there because it's not of the Lord. That's why we read Isaiah 8:20 earlier, to the law, to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it's because there's no light in them. Right? Can you read?
It says, no one of these shall fail.
Right?
None shall want her mate. For my mouth it had commanded.
For what?
For my mouth it had commanded.
Can you read?
And his spirit it had gathered them.
Right. So the Lord's spirit has gathered us, right? And his mouth has commanded these words. So we got to go off the Lord, not what brothers are saying, not what people are saying, not how brothers feel and, oh, we just feel this way about it. No, we got to go, thus said the Lord, man. How do we know we're going the right way? How we know we're going? The narrow way can't be everyone's way, right? That's just that simple, man. Matthew 7:12 tells us to go the narrow way, right? Yeah, precept.
Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
And do what?
And be not conformed to this world.
Brothers is just brand new in this truth, man. I know a lot of brothers are just brand new, just touching it, just coming in, right? You got to understand off the rip, you can't be conformed to this world, right? You gotta stand up. You gotta gird up your loins like a man, and when these days is coming, man, right? You gotta gird up your loins like a man right now, right? So when your people gonna come at you, because they gonna come. I'm gonna tell you that now. When your friends gonna come at you, because they gonna come. You gotta stand up for the Lord, like the Lord says in Psalms 94. Get that Psalm 94:16, right? Who gonna stand up against the workers of iniquity, man? Right? Who gonna stand up for the Lord and keep his feast days and to utterly denounce these other feast days, man? The Lord said you're supposed to hate evil, man. Right? You don't be sitting around with evil saying, well, it ain't really that bad. No, you're supposed to hate evil, man. That's what the Lord told you to get that Psalm 94:16.
This is Psalms chapter 94, verse 16. It says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Who gonna do what?
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
So who gonna rise up for the Lord, man? We're in the final days. We're in the last days. Who gonna stand up, man? Who gonna sit back down and, take cover, right? Can you read?
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
So we gotta stand up for the Lord against the workers of iniquity, man. Right? And it's a worker. If you celebrate these false feast days and holidays, because what people fail to realize, a holiday means nothing but holy day, right? So Esau thinks in his mind that that's a holy day. That's what holiday means, right? A separate day, right? That's not a separate day. The holy days is in the Bible, right? The holy days is in the scriptures, right? Finish that out.
But be you transformed by the renewing of your mind.
What did the Lord say?
But be you transformed by the renewing of your mind.
What you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans got to do. You got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. How is that transformation going to happen? By you changing, right? Get that Psalms 19:7. A transformation is like a change, right? The same thing as conversion, being converted, right? How are you going to be transformed? Bring it out, Psalms 19:7.
This is Psalms chapter 19, verse 7.
Right?
It says the law of the Lord is perfect,
right?
Converting the soul.
Right?
It says the testimony of the Lord is sure,
right?
Making wise the simple.
Right. So how are we going to be converted or transformed by the law of the Lord? Because it's perfect, right? So we got to go off the laws of the Lord. So we got to be transformed by the renewing of our mind, because we got a whole new mind, right? We got a whole new heart that we was reading about Jeremiah 17:9, right? And our heart isn't based on our feelings, our emotions, but on the Most High's, right? Can you read?
That you may prove that is good and acceptable and perfect, the will of the Most High.
So you got to prove what is good, right? Is this get that Romans 7:12? You know what I want. Romans 7:12. What is good is celebrating. No matter what, is celebrating Christmas and New Year's. Is that good? Can you make it good? After we already said that you can't turn that which was crooked to straight, but can you think about it and justify your mind like our people try to do? Well, it's good. What is good, man? Right? Bring it up. Romans 7:12.
This is Romans chapter 7, verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment is holy, and just and good.
Right. So the commandment is holy, just and good. The Space Force. Brother Jesse, it could be. I've heard brothers say that before. I've heard that the Space Force, or whatever Trump is doing, is definitely set up to fight against Yahushua.
Yep.
I mean, it could be a prelude to something bigger, or you never know what Esau has. Because the scriptures say Esau was wiser than Daniel, man. So they're never gonna really let you know where their cards are. They're never gonna let you, pull their cards and show you what they're truly doing. But it seems possible to me. It's definitely not a far-fetched thing to me, because we all know that Esau is not even going into space. Esau is not up in passing the firmament as written in Genesis, right? They've been deceiving the people, just like they're deceiving everyone with everyone else, man, with a bunch of fables and lies, man, right? And they expect everyone to be weak-minded because they've taught you through school to be weak-minded, right? They taught you you've had quizzes and tests and what do they call it? A big test they have to qualify. Exams,
yeah,
right? You had exams that you had to study and learn, and they drilled in your head that they was the greatest people on the earth. They went to the moon, and they got rovers on Mars, and they got how many satellites? 30,000 satellites. But they've drilled in your head to make you believe those things. But I could definitely believe that they got something set up that's because look, when you look around in the media today, you got plenty of things coming for the Israelites, right? They tried to blame this last dude, the dude that some dude that killed stabbed 5 people, I believe, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to say he was anyone that's killing so-called Jewish people, the fake Jews. They consider right. They consider them a so-called black Hebrew Israelite. We never called each other black Hebrew Israelites, man. Right? Khan, NASA is a lie. Right? You got somebody that say NASA in Hebrew means deceiver. So definitely it's a lie. Right? They definitely Jewel in the making, they definitely scared of the chariots, without a doubt. They definitely scared of the chariots. They definitely terrified that we waking up out of our sleep, because Esau knows these prophecies. Don't never get it wrong. Get that Psalms 83 real quick, right? Esau knows that it's almost over. Get that Revelations 12 and 12, right? Get Revelations 12 and 12 real quick. Let's touch on that.
Psalms 83 and sorry, what?
Yeah, but get Revelations 12 and 12 first.
Okay.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12.
All right.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Right.
Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth,
Right.
and of the sea. For the
oh yeah, keep reading. Yeah, that's it. It's like
for the devil is come down into you, having great wrath.
right. So the devil, right? We know the seed of the devil, which is the so-called white man, the Edomites, right? And even that the devil was the deceivers of this earth, right? They came down on you with great wrath, right? Keep read.
Because he knoweth that he has but a short time.
Right. So they know they have a short time left, man. These deceivers, these Rothschilds, and all these people, these top end Jews that you never know the true names about, right? They know that they have a short time left, man. Right? They know that they're rulership with Satan on the earth is almost over, right? The Most High's time of allowing Satan to control the earth is almost over, right? The Most High's time of letting Esau to have rulership is almost over. So yeah, they get scared of the, Esau see us speaking in the Hebrew. Like, damn, I thought we got rid of that language. These ain't supposed to find this out. How is they getting this, right? Right? Because you get that John 14 and 26. You got a precept? Get John 14 and 26. We was talking about this earlier, is that Esau, they know prophecy. They know they got little time left in their kingdom, man. They know their kingdom is almost at the finish line, man. Right? That's why they're trying to prolong these prophecies. Esau thinks in their mind that as long as they can keep more people asleep, they can delete enough YouTube videos and, they can demonize the Israelites enough to where it'll calm down a little bit. But the prophecy says they're not going to do that. And they're not going to be, because if it be of God, there's nothing you can do against it. Right? Get that John 14:26.
John chapter 14, verse 26.
Right?
But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost,
right,
whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things.
Right.
And bring all things to your remembrance.
Right, because Esau couldn't stop that, right? Esau couldn't stop everything coming back to remembrance, man. Esau couldn't stop us learning our heritage again, right? Esau couldn't stop us coming back to our nationality, keeping the commandments, because it's in our spirit, man. It's in our spirit to do the will of the Most High, man, right? The people of the Most High's hand selected in these last days to be woken up, they're going to wake up and ain't nothing Esau can do. Right? He can't delete enough YouTube channels. He can't bring down enough videos. He's not going to be able to stop it, man. Right? Because they took a crafty counsel, man, and now their counsel is falling apart. And we read earlier that the Most High's counsel is going to stand. Right? So bring that up, Psalms 83. Touch on that real quick because we don't want to get too off topic. But we want to touch on the brothers and sisters, or the brothers, I don't know if brother or sister questions. Bring it out.
All right. This is Psalms chapter 83, verse 1. It says, keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace.
Right. So you had David saying, look, Lord, please don't keep your silence no more. Right. Keep your silence, like, Lord, stop holding back your judgment. Right. Show them the true you. Show them the power of God like you did when you opened up the Red Sea.
That's right.
When you put when you killed every firstborn in Egypt.
That's
man.
right.
Can you read?
And be not still, O
right.
God.
So he's like, don't be still no more. Show them who you are. Because they think this Bible's a joke. They think the God of this Bible, they think Yahweh is a joke, man. Right, can you read?
It says, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
They made a tumult, a gathering. They came together and they said, look, we gotta come together on this. Can you read?
It says, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Right, because it's so hard for our people to hate these other nations, right? But these nations hate us, right?
That's right.
They hate that. They sit around and they know they hate us, because they know if we ever get back up, and they know it's prophecy for us to get back up, right? They scared of it. They see us calling on chariots, and they can't deal with that, man. Can you read?
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They took a crafty counsel against us, man, right? This crafty counsel, part of this crafty counsel is putting out these wicked feast days that they have, man, right? Having our people subject to these things, learning in school. Your children, they go to public school. The first thing they're going to learn is New Year's and Christmas and Valentine's and Thanksgiving Day, Easter, right? They say, oh, we're not gonna learn about the Bible, but they'll teach you Greek mythology and you learning about Zeus and all these false gods, man.
Even gators now,
right? Yeah,
they teach them that in school.
Yeah, man. And they teach us slavery in Texas. I believe they teach slavery as that we chose to come in on slavery, man.
Yeah, right.
Can you read?
It says, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They've consulted against the hidden ones. Now let's go into consultation. What does consulted mean? Let's get in the blue letter. I'm not gonna pull it up on the screen because I just want to pop it real quick. What's that? Psalms 81 and what?
Psalms chapter 83.
83 is like
and let's see, Psalms chapter 83 and 3. All
right. So let's go to consulted. Consulted.
Ya'ats.
Right, Ya'ats in the Hebrew.
Ya'ats.
Right, and it says to advise, consult, give counsel, purpose, devise, plan. Right. So Esau definitely has plans for us, man. Right? They definitely got plans. It's written they're gonna have plans for us, man. Keep reading up.
It says they have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation."
They want us to cut. They want us to be cut off from being a nation. A nation, man, and remembering who we are, right? A nation, man, coming back together, reuniting ourselves, right? Can you read?
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
They don't want the name of Israel to be any more in remembrance, right? They want us to stop talking on those streets, stop waking up people, stop putting fringes on people, right? Stop getting them to keep the commandments. Stop getting them to celebrate. Stop getting them to stop celebrating. New Year's and Christmas, right? They want us to keep us asleep. Easter, right? Can you read?
It says, "For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee."
And this is the craziest thing. Our people, they'll die for these other nations, right?
Yeah.
But these other nations, they hate you, right? And not only do they hate you, they can all consult together against you. And they don't deceive you for you to want to love them. When they hate you, right? Why do you think David said in Psalms 139, he said, "I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them my enemies," man. Right? Because they go against everything of the Most High, right? You're supposed to hate the evil and love the good. Y'all got some more precepts on. We're gonna hop back on.
We keep going. And
yeah. We Tabernacles, Edom, and Edom being the so-called white man, the Ishmaelites, the Moabite, and the Moabites, the Arab man, and the Chinese man, and the Africans. But we know that. But we just want to get back on a little bit more. We got a couple more precepts on the so-called New Year's.
Okay.
Want to get too far off?
No.
But if anybody got any questions, y'all welcome to post them in. While we in and out.
Jeremiah chapter 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Verse 30. Verse 30, I guess. Yeah. No, I'm starting at verse 29. Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 29.
Bring it out.
Shall I not visit for these things, said the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged of such a nation as this? A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land.
Right.
The prophets prophesy falsely.
Right. You got people, these Christian churches, you got so-called Israelites in these Christian churches.
Exactly.
And they prophesy falsely, man. They're not telling you that Babylon the Great gonna be burned with fire. They're not gonna tell you these end time prophecies, man. They're just gonna tell you Christ love everyone. We gotta redo whatever. Can you read?
And the priests bear rule by their means.
Right.
And my people love to hear it so.
Right.
And what will you do in the end thereof?
Right. So what you gonna do? Right. But the Lord said, that, and he was talking to Jeremiah was during the talking to, I believe, Babylon.
Yeah.
Right. And this is Babylon the Great, man. A lot of people, they think that you can't take the scriptures from Jeremiah and apply it to Babylon the Great, but Babylon the Great is Babylon back on the earth. So you gotta understand. Babylon, Rome, in Egypt, right? Y'all got any more precepts?
Just think about all these mega churches that are having these New Year thing.
Right.
They prophesy what? Falsely.
Right.
They setting the people up, man.
Right.
To disobey the Lord.
Yeah.
To follow after the heathen custom. Instead of following after the commandments and the statutes and laws of the Most High.
Right.
And they shut the book when it comes to things like that.
Oh,
man.
yeah. They don't want to deal with it.
They don't want to deal with it, man.
And that goes into that crafty council we was just reading.
Exactly.
They are part of the crafty council.
Exactly.
The Christian church, the number one in the crafty council.
Exactly.
Set up all everywhere in the hood. Everywhere, on every block. Deceiving the people. Telling them to believe in lies. And not to believe in the Lord. Y'all got any more precepts?
Okay. I don't know.
You got one more? You go to Isaiah.
Bring out some more. Bring them out.
Isaiah 59.
We're already an hour and a half in, so it don't matter. Bring them out. Whatever y'all got, throw them out there.
Isaiah 59, verse 1. It said, behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy, that it cannot hear. But your iniquities have separated between you and your God,
right?
And your sins have he hidden his face from you, that he would not hear you.
Right. So why you think the Most High not hearing your prayers? Why you think the Most High ain't dealing with the normal so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man and woman? Right? Because we turn away from hearing what he has to say. Right? We don't want to listen to what he has to say. So you know what? He's turning his back on us. Right? He said, I ain't gonna even deal with you. Right? Because we don't want to listen to him. We want to go off our own things. And the Lord says, our iniquities, that's what got us in the situation. Our iniquities, right? Exactly. You ever wonder why we over at Babylon the Great? Right? You ever wonder why we scattered abroad? We destroyed as a people, right? Getting killed and murdered on the blocks, right? And destroyed everywhere we go. It's because iniquities, right? All the sins we've done against our Father, which is in heaven. Now's the time to stop those sins and repent and turn back to the Lord, man. Got a preach about?
You know, that's the whole truth, man. Because just look at these churches that side up, and you anybody can walk in there and just shoot it up.
Right.
If the Lord were with you, he wouldn't allow that, man.
No.
He said he's a protector, right? His angels camp all around them that fear the Lord. So these folks just getting shot up, man. Because guess what? They following after these heathens, man.
Right.
They worshiping on the wrong day. You know what I'm saying? And they keeping all these folly days. And what the Lord say in Proverbs 29, I think 28:9.
28:9.
Yeah,
man. He want to hear your prayers if you don't take heed to his law.
That's right. He will turn away his ear from the what? From the law. Even his prayer becoming what? Abomination, man.
And that's what you get. You got people praying for money. You know, they getting collard greens and stuff and praying to the Lord for a better year. The Lord ain't hearing that because you ain't hearing his laws.
Exactly.
You over here worshiping false gods thinking the Lord finna deal with you. Come on, man.
Matter of fact, let's get a precept on that right there, man. First John, man. Let's go in there deep because you know a lot of people, man, has been bamboozled. The word I like to use all the time. Been bamboozled in these last and evil days.
Right.
First John chapter 2, and starting at verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him,
right?
If we keep his commandments.
Only way you know the Lord is if you keeping his commandments.
And this in the New Testament,
right?
Right.
Got to deal with it.
Verse 4. He that say I know him and keep not his commandments is a what? A liar. And the truth is not in him.
Right.
So these preachers, so-called preachers that have been telling you that you can celebrate all these holidays, is a liar. And the truth ain't in him. Who said that? Just said the Lord. Because he's not keeping the commandments.
That's right.
And the Lord command you not to do this.
Right.
And letting you know you gotta make a stand.
Right. That's almost a verbatim translation of Isaiah 8:20.
Exactly.
To the law and to the testimony, they speak not according to the words, because there's no truth, no light in them.
I don't care how good they say they are.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care how nice they is.
Yeah.
They come in what? Sheep clothing.
Yeah.
Like the wool come in sheep clothing.
That's right.
That's what they come in. These pastors come in sheep clothing, but they wolves.
Right.
And guess what they're doing? They're not sparing the flock.
Yeah.
So they're really taken away from the Lord. These are the ones Paul was saying, you better, they're among you, among the Israelites. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's go into verse 5. But whosoever keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfect. Perfected, right? Hereby we know that we are in him. He that said I embody him, ought to himself also walk even as he walked.
We read that earlier. Yeah, you gotta walk even as he walked.
Walk it, man.
Right? So this is, like I say, man, that's a big stumbling block for our people doing what the Lord told them to do, man. You know, they want to do their own thing. They want to wing it. There ain't no winging it with the Lord, man. You know, the Lord ain't your homeboy. You know, the Lord ain't your the Lord ain't your brother. You can just be like, well, you know, I see you in heaven, man. All right, bro.
Right.
The Lord the Lord ain't your cousin. You know, you come around playing around with. You know, the Lord is a man of war, man. Right. And if you keep on the wickedness, he gonna show you what man of a war he is, right? You thinking he just a God of love and he don't do no wrong. You gonna see the wrong that's written in this Bible that he coming to do all hell. And the wrong you gonna think is wrong, but it's really right for all the sins we done did. The righteousest judgment you can think of, because everything he said it was gonna come to pass, it's surely gonna come to pass without a doubt, man. Precepts. You through with yours? You got any more?
I had just about the ones he had.
All right, Con.
Yeah.
Any brothers and sisters got questions? We're finna close out. We'll open the floor for about a minute. If we don't see no questions, then we're gonna go ahead and head out. It's already been about an hour and a half. But yeah, the key is, man, we gotta turn from this wickedness, Turn from this folly. If you brothers and sisters just coming to this truth or just waking up, don't celebrate it tonight, man. You know, if you're in a house where you got people doing it, go in your room, man. Separate yourself. Exactly. Lord said, be ye separate. Come out from among them, man.
Touch not the unclean.
Yeah. So, you know, if you live with people, be wise. Use wisdom, man.
That's right.
All right. And damn sure don't be eating no pork soaked collard greens.
Chillings.
And chillings and damn
hog maw,
black-eyed peas,
ham hocks. Man, I'll tell y'all people fat back. You know, Lord tell you don't eat the fat.
Yeah. They want to take the fat out of pig.
Yeah.
This is odd. Man, our people wicked as hell, man. Right? So we gotta turn from that wickedness and turn to righteousness, man. We gotta repent and be converted, like the scriptures say, man. I don't see no questions. Hold up. All praise to Yahweh Shemel Shah, brother. That's all we can say. He's the one that gave us the ability for all this. He said, yeah, 2020 gonna be crazy, man. If it be the Lord's will, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's already setting off, man. You know.
It's a war.
Yeah. The water to you, brother Draco, for tuning in, bro. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and end off. Hopefully, brothers and sisters, Akim Agwathium was edified. We end off giving the course all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Call Lion Babanawa Yahweh by Shema Mashiach, Wamalak Yahweh Shah, Barakatham. Shalom to the 12 tribes scattered abroad.
Yeah.
Until next time, Lord willing. Shalom.
And Kwam Yashalom.
And Kwam Yashalom.
Kwam Yashalom. To all my Facebook friends, continue to study, continue to listen.